Welcome, elite performers, to this explainer. Today, we're diving into something that's going to profoundly change how you look at chasing excellence. We're talking about discovering the ultimate performance edge. It's an edge that literally flips our entire understanding of achievement upside down. We're going to dismantle a lifelong assumption and replace it with a mindset that not only brings you inner peace, but actually boosts your capacity to perform at the absolute highest level. Okay, so let's just jump right in with a super simple question. I really want you to take a second and reflect on your own life right now. How many of you hold on to this exact belief? I'll be happy when I win, right? Or maybe it's, I'll be happy when I finally make that elite team. Think about it. How often do we literally tie our deepest sense of internal peace directly to a championship, a specific title, or some massive external victory? Or, maybe for you, it looks more like this. I'll be happy when I earn more. Man, this is lifelong conditioning for so many of us. Literally from childhood, we're taught to chase financial or career milestones like we're trading them in for future joy. We go to school, hit college, get the job, and then we just constantly chase the promotion, the money, the recognition. It's like we're always bartering with the future. We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I finally achieve my dream. But I want you to really notice the exhausting treadmill of this whole mindset. When we operate like this, happiness is perpetually postponed. It's always pushed just a little bit out of reach, just waiting for us on the other side of the next arbitrary finish line. So I've got to challenge you here. What actually happens when you reach the goal? Seriously, confront the truth of your own past victories. You hit the target, and yeah, you're excited for a day, maybe a week, if you're lucky, a month. But then, without fail, the excitement fades, the destination shifts, and your brain relentlessly starts asking, okay, what's next? And boom, another race begins. This brings us to section 1, the parable of presents, a timeless story. You see, this isn't exactly a new problem. It's an ancient human trap, and it's perfectly captured in this classic story of a wealthy businessman and a humble fisherman. So the businessman is on vacation, right? And he sees this fisherman coming in early with just a few fish. The businessman kind of laughs and pitches this super complex, lifelong plan. Hey, catch more fish, buy a bigger boat, then get a whole fleet, start a processing company, become rich. And the fisherman just calmly looks at him and asks, okay, and then? The businessman says, well, then you can retire peacefully near the ocean, spend time with your family, enjoy the sunset, and just be happy. The fisherman smiles and goes, but that's exactly what I'm doing today. Just look at this contrast. The businessman is mapping out literally decades of exhausting work just to eventually find the exact same peace the fisherman is already living today. The absolute crucial takeaway here is this. Don't sacrifice today's peace while chasing tomorrow's success. Now, let's be clear based on our sources. This story is absolutely not telling us to stop dreaming or to stop striving for excellence. Success is a wonderful thing, but we absolutely have to stop postponing our happiness until that success magically arrives. Now let's move to section 2, the science of the moving finish line, looking at modern psychology. Stepping away from the parables for a second, let's look at the hard science. Modern psychology completely validates your drive as a high performer, but it fundamentally tears down our assumptions through something called hedonic adaptation. Basically, this is the reason why studies show lottery winners return to their baseline levels of happiness just months after winning millions of dollars. Crazy, right? When we achieve something super exciting, like a promotion, a medal, a fancy new car, our happiness definitely spikes, but only temporarily. Pretty soon, our brain just adapts. That shiny new achievement just becomes the new normal. So earning that promotion or winning that medal scientifically never provides the lasting peace we think it will, because hedonic adaptation basically guarantees we're just going to start chasing the very next goal. And this brilliantly shows why true well-being comes from something else entirely, the power of flow. Studies actually show that people experience way greater well-being when they're fully engaged in meaningful, present-moment activities. High performers who actually enjoy the process, they do so because their attention stays completely locked on the present moment, rather than obsessing over some future reward. Which leads us nicely into section 3, the wisdom of the masters and their ancient solutions. Long before modern psychology caught up, ancient sages understood this psychological trap perfectly, and they offered some incredibly profound solutions for the restless mind of the high achiever. Take Paramahansa Yogananda, for example. He taught that lasting happiness is cultivated through inner awareness and a balanced mind, not through external possessions or achievements. He pointed out that people spend their entire lives frantically searching the outside world for a joy that literally already exists within their own natural state. Then we have this brilliant paradox explained by Ramana Maharshi. He explained that getting what you want doesn't actually give you joy. Wait, what? Yeah, he said that when a desire is fulfilled, your restless mind simply becomes quiet for a moment. And in that brief, fleeting silence, we finally get to experience the happiness that was already inside us the whole time. So the object itself didn't create the happiness. The momentary quiet mind just finally revealed it. Mind-blowing, right? Swami Vivekananda channeled this concept into what really should be a modern mantra for every single elite performer. He encouraged complete, total dedication, but without becoming dependent on the results. Work with absolute, relentless dedication. Compete with everything you have, but master your mind so that the external scoreboard never, ever gets to decide your internal peace. All right, let's try something practical. In Section 4, the guided pause, focusing on a physical state change. I want us to take a quick moment right now to slow the pace way down and actually practice this present moment awareness. If you're in a place where you safely can, just sit comfortably, close your eyes, take a really slow breath in, and breathe out. Now, I want you to picture the main goal you're currently chasing. Notice how your mind imagines reaching it. Okay, now I want you to detach your core identity from it entirely and ask yourself this: if this goal disappeared tomorrow, who would I still be? Just take another deep breath. Keeping your eyes closed, I want you to think back and remember some simple, recent moments of joy from just this past week. Moments that required zero achievements. Maybe it was just laughing with a teammate, catching a really beautiful sunrise, helping someone out, or honestly, just enjoying a peaceful cup of tea. Just notice how easily happiness arises naturally simply because you are alive, totally separate from your achievements. Silently tell yourself, I choose to enjoy today's journey. I will pursue excellence without postponing my happiness. Okay, take one more deep breath. You're going to open your eyes. Let's transition to Section 5, the performer's ultimate edge, and how this applies to consistent performers. All right, let's bring the energy back up a bit. Because integrating this mindset isn't just about feeling good. It's actually the ultimate advantage for consistent performers in high-stakes environments. To really lock this in, the source material gives us a highly actionable habit. Here's the challenge. For the next 30 days, every single night before you go to sleep, answer these two simple questions in a notebook. Number 1, what made me genuinely happy today? And number 2, did my happiness depend on an achievement, or was it present in the way I lived today? Doing this literally rewires your brain to recognize present moment joy instead of always deferring it to later. Because guys, this is the absolute core of the message. Happiness is not the reward at the finish line. It is the energy with which you run the race. Let me say that again. It's the energy with which you run. Goals give you crucial direction, for sure. Discipline builds your success, but happiness is the essential fuel that sustains both of those things without burning you out. Don't wait to become happy after reaching the top of the mountain. Walk the mountain with happiness. So, I want to leave you with this today. Are you using your goals as an excuse to delay your joy? Or are you ready to finally find your ultimate edge right now, in this very step?